How do the Bills, how do the Patriots, if they do win this game, Lou, how's it happen? Give me the boilerplate. Give me the template for them winning.
We've seen it with this team, how that happens, right? You don't fall behind, number one. I think Bill wants to do everything he can to keep this game tight in the fourth quarter. You run the ball effectively. You got a quarterback that's efficient, doesn't turn the ball over. But I think more importantly, it's on the defense. Like, it's the better unit that you have. They have to get the ball. They have to get turnovers. I don't think you can beat the Bills playing even. When you look, all the games they've lost the turnover battle. They have to get a couple turnovers, 2, maybe even 3, I think, to win this football game.
The guy we're going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about both of them, Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson, back and forth. It's just got to hammer them. They're a fast defense, but they're a little smallish. Felger, it's like the Patriots teams you covered, they always felt like they had a real advantage over the Colts, their biggest rivals, because those teams were fast. They were fast, but they were small. And they thought, we can manhandle these guys. And I think that's the only way the Patriots win this game.
Oh, yeah, so you control clock. That's going to keep the score down, which means it's going to be close. But I'm with Lou. The defense has to get to Josh Allen in some way, shape, or form. If Bill Belichick goes into a game and says, we're going to take away your best thing, we're going to take away the thing that you do and make you beat us left-handed. What that is Josh Allen running around making a play. I mean, that's what the Bills do the best. That's their biggest threat. That's their go-to. That's how they've beaten you 2 out of the last 3 times. And so Bill has to do something there. He can't let him run around. I think the Bills made a good adjustment from game 1 to game 2 with Josh Allen in the running game. They can't let him get going there. They have to be disciplined in their rush lanes, and they've got to force a mistake. Allen is mistake prone. 15 interceptions. I think he's lost 3 fumbles on the year. He just hasn't done that against you. So you've got to get him to do against you what he does against other teams.
The player that we're talking about, like I mentioned, the running game.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another guy, and you guys have forgotten about him because he's been missing. But I think somebody thinks they can find him. Matthew Judon. If Matthew Judon, who has been a ghost for like a month, if Matthew Judon plays like the guy he did at the beginning of his Patriots career, where you look like, oh, man, they really hit it out of the park with this guy. What a great signing. If he plays like that, then they got a shot. I think if I want to reduce it to one player on defense, now obviously a running game, but defensive player, I think Judon is that guy. Who do you think it is?
Yeah, listen, I would agree. It's just that Judon's kind of like this team. They've disappeared, right, the last 4 weeks. So, offensively, I think it's your 2 best players, and that's Damian Harris running the football, but I think it's J.C. Jackson. I think, again, the secondary. How many dropped interceptions have we seen the last 3 or 4 weeks?
That's right.
We didn't see it before. You get your hands on the ball, J.C. Jackson's got to get it. And maybe it's a guy like McCourty, whatever, who dropped one last week, but somebody in that secondary. And I just look at your 2 best players. Damian Harris, J.C. Jackson, get the ball, get intercept, don't drop it. So I think it comes down to one of those guys defensively, and of course your best running back, which is Harris.
Who's that guy, Felger? If you had to say, one guy is going to jump out.
We'll be talking about Belichick. That'll be about him, just like it was the first time they went in there and won. That game plan, 3 passes, and I don't think the Pats are going to get away with anything like that this time around. But we'll be talking about Belichick versus McDermott if the Patriots win this game, because the Bills will have screwed something up. They would have been undisciplined. They would have been not ready or too amped. The moment would have been too big for them. It would have been too big for Josh Allen. Bill would have done something to get to Josh Allen. So to me, it's hard for me to envision a Patriots player or 2 taking the game over. I mean, I just don't know if they have anyone like that. I mean, I like the running backs, but I don't know. Judon might on defense. So it's like, I don't think the Patriots have that kind of team. It's usually when they win a game like that, we walk out of the thing saying, wow, Belichick had a night. And that's who we'll be talking about if they win.
Let me hit you guys with this quickly. The Patriots are the 6th seed. And Pittsburgh is the 7th seed. Pittsburgh's going to Kansas City. I don't think they're going to win. So the highest remaining seed goes to Tennessee. If the Patriots win this game, do you have any confidence that they could beat Tennessee? Again, different Tennessee team than they played at Gillette Stadium. Can they deal with Tennessee, Lou?
Yes, I'll have more confidence than they do going into this game.
Wow.
Well, listen, think about this now. I don't think many people have confidence.
Yeah.
But if they win this game, it means they're doing something right. If they win this game, we're not seeing special team blunders. We're not seeing stupid penalties. We're not seeing turnovers. We're going to see Mac Jones probably, not lose the game, be efficient. We're going to see the defense sort of step up when it matters the most. So you're going to go from not believing in this team to actually seeing it on the field and say, okay, can I get one more of those games? Like, can I get one more? Because Ryan Tannehill can give you the ball. So I think you will feel more confident if they win this.
I co-sign with Lou. I mean, I think the Titans game, if you get there, is going to be a close game because that's how the Titans play it. Running teams, when you run the ball, you are, by your own hand, keeping the score down. You are keeping the game close. So it's not like I don't think the Titans are going to put a 30 spot on you. With the way they run the ball and the way they play, they're going to be in the low 20s, which means you have a shot in that game. I would give them a shot in Tennessee for sure.
I know they didn't look good at Gillette. They are so good. I think they're the best team in the conference.